Hi, everybody. My name's Graham Matthews, and as you know, I run Empowered STEM. And if you're wondering what's included in one of our courses in the Empowered STEM program, then this video is for you. Now, in our courses, we're not offering more lessons with a tutor. We're offering a complete, proven system designed to help your teen become the type of student they need to be to confidently earn an A or an A star in A-level maths or science so that they can be a competitive candidate for medical, dental, veterinary, financial, and engineering programs at the chosen university in the UK. We work with parents from the UK and the UAE, and they all say the same thing. We want more than a tutor for our teen. What we want is a program that's going to help our teen get the results, has structure, accountability, a strategy. But more importantly, parents, they want to feel as if they've done everything they can to help their teen have the best chance at academic success. And this is what we delivered at Empowered STEM. So let's take a look at one of our typical courses. It doesn't matter if it's chemistry, biology, physics, or maths. Your teen is going to get 2 live 90-minute lessons per week taught by one of our course tutors. They're all subject matter experts. They've all earned their degree from a UK university, and they're going to be placed in a small group of students. The group is capped at 8 students, and there's a reason for this, parents. The reason is that studies show that 8 is the optimal number of students to have in a group so that they can learn best with their tutor, because we need to focus on the A-star performance. And so I think you can see the group tutoring, or now they're calling it the webinar model, doesn't actually work. All of our lessons, they're designed around the PATH method. Now, you may have heard me talk about the PATH method before in a previous video, but it's got 4 steps to it: precision diagnosis, conceptual clarity, strategic revision, and medical mindset. These are the 4 steps on the path that your teen is going to walk up to the A and the A-star grade. They get pre-recorded lessons for flipped learning. Now you may say, hold on a minute, Graham. What's flipped learning? We didn't have that when I was in school. Well, that's okay. They didn't have flipped learning when I was in school either, going back a while. What it is that it's short pre-recorded lessons that your teen can watch before every live lesson. What it does is that it allows them to see the basic concepts explained, go through some of the sample questions. In other words, get a foundation, okay? You and I, parents, would probably call it, you pre-read the chapter before you go to lesson. These days, they call it flipped learning. And the reason why we put flipped learning into our courses is because it builds a strong foundational knowledge for your teen. And it also saves time in the live lesson because the tutor doesn't have to explain the basic fundamental stuff. What they can do is review that and then spend more time going over problem solving, the high yield questions, the ones that require a deeper level of thinking. We also include mini quizzes for self-checking before class. And so the idea is that your teen is going to watch the pre-recorded video, take a little quiz, make sure they get the foundation, the fundamentals down. And of course, if they have any questions, they can always bring it with them to class. They get weekly homework and practice questions. Now, this bit's important, parents, because what it isn't is it isn't just a repeat of the questions that you can find on the internet. Your teen probably knows a website that they can go to, and they can download packs and packs of past paper questions. No. These are carefully structured weekly assignments put together by the course tutor following the teaching plan of the syllabus. And they're designed to stretch and challenge students. So they're designed to help your teen get to the next level, the next grade boundary. And of course, after your teen does their homework, it's submitted and they get not only digital feedback, but they also get video feedback. And the reason why we do this is because some teens like written feedback on the actual paper itself using a digital pen, and other ones just want a short video. But the idea is this, is that it's going to help identify gaps in your teen's knowledge so that we can fix it. And also it allows us to track progress over time. Because at EmPowered STEM, we realize that data is king. And so your teen needs to keep track of the progress in the course, and they can start to map the grade and see it go higher and higher. They also get bi-weekly mock exams with feedback. So every 2 weeks, the course tutor is going to tell your teen, next week, you have an A-level style mock exam. It's put together by the course tutor, and it closely mirrors the A-level exam, and it's marked to exam board standards. And so again, your teen is going to get digital feedback and a video explanation of common mistakes so that they can always be learning, fixing their mistakes, reinforcing their knowledge, and reviewing what they've learned. The reason why we do this is because it builds exam technique and it builds resilience. Because let's be honest, parents, exam technique, well, you have to put the reps in. But you're not just putting in the reps, doing question after question. What you're doing is that you're doing guided reps, meaning that you do a question and then you get feedback and you improve on it. It also builds resilience because, as you and I know, the A-level course at school is 2 years long. Our courses are about 16 weeks long. And so your teen needs to build some mental resilience to keep going. Now, let's say that they need some extra support. That's okay. We've got study clinics and exam prep sessions. And so the idea is that if your teen is in the lesson with the course tutor and they get it, that's fantastic. If there's something that they don't understand, they can drop into one of our many study clinics. Or if they want to really stretch themselves, they can attend one of our exam prep sessions. And so we do hold weekly exam sessions where your teen can ask questions on challenging topics that maybe they didn't get the first time around. They can review past papers. They can learn how to answer exam questions and get the maximum number of marks. And these sessions, the study clinics, the exam prep sessions, and of course, the course lessons themselves, they're all led by course tutors. So the course tutor that is running the course will also be holding the study clinics and the exam prep sessions, designed for real-time support for your team. The reason why we do this is because it builds confidence and clarity for your teen week by week. They can see the confidence beginning to improve because they're getting more and more questions right, a deeper level of understanding. And of course, the clarity is going to improve because they'll be able to see the synoptic links between all of the different topics. We also hold monthly masterclasses. Our monthly masterclasses, the deep dives into exam technique, mindset, or advanced content. And they're often led by a specialist coach, especially if we're talking about the mindset. Now, we focus a lot on building out the medical mindset with your teen because what they need to learn is they need to learn how to thrive under pressure. So yes, we do have master classes where They can attend, and the tutor will go through a paper. It's an exam technique masterclass, and they'll learn how to use a mark scheme once and for all and really understand it, how to use it in their own study. And so they can take the exam questions, they can see how the tutor would tackle a really difficult exam question. They can see how to read the mark scheme, and more importantly, they'll learn how to read the examiner report. We do offer master classes on advanced content. So for example, let's use chemistry, for example, on pH calculations in year 13. 10, 15 mark questions. We do a deep dive on those. We do a deep dive on the high yield questions that we know are going to come up on the exam. And these are questions that will move your teen letter grades when, of course, they get them correct. But like I said, we do spend a lot of time on the medical mindset, because your teen needs to learn how to thrive under pressure, meaning that when they go into the exam hall to take the final exam, they're confident. They know exactly how to answer all the questions on the test, on the exam, how to get all the marks possible. Now, the question we get asked a lot is, yes, but Graham, the question is, what happens if my teen has a question outside of class time? Well, that's okay. We have ongoing tutor support between lessons, meaning that your teen, they can message the tutor and they can get clarification, they can get extra help on something. And the reason why we do this is that it keeps the momentum going between sessions. Because there's nothing worse, parents, than doing a homework set, having a question, and thinking, oh, well, I have to wait days until I can talk to my tutor again. No, they can message the tutor. And the reason why we do this is because not only does it keep up the momentum, but it makes a learning experience for your teen. It makes them feel like they're more supported and that we are responsive to their needs in the course room. And of course, all the resources, notes, and the marking are included, meaning that your teen's going to get the lesson notes, the practice question sets, revision sheets that come with the course. This means, parents, that there's no need to buy extra books or extra materials. We thought of everything, and it's all delivered through a central platform. So everything is in one place. It's easy for your teen to use a platform, and it's easy for you to follow along what your teen's doing. And of course, let's not forget that we also include Parents' Evening once a month, so you can actually talk to the course tutor along with your teen and see how they're doing and how you can help. Because parents, look, what we're offering is more than just tutoring. You can get tutoring from the tutor clearing websites. You can see the solopreneur tutors offering group tutoring. They call it now the webinar model, all right, on the internet. We offer more than that. What we offer is academic coaching, strategy, neuroscience, and accountability, all built around our PATH method. And this is something that you can't get with anybody else. And we have a track record of success at EmPowered STEM. We know that our courses, they help the students go from C, D grades to A star grades. But more importantly, parents, it helps your teen go from self-doubt to self-belief. Now, we've designed every part of the course experience for your teen around our 5 values. It's part of the DNA at EmPowered STEM: commitment, compassion, collaboration, confidence, and creativity. Commitment: we are committed to seeing your teen be successful in A-level maths and science. and getting those top grades, the best grade they can, so they can be competitive candidates for chosen programs. Compassion. We understand it's a difficult journey, parents, for your teen. This has got to be one of the most difficult academic challenges they've ever undertaken in their lives. And we know, we've been there, we've done that. So we have compassion for our students, and also we have compassion for you parents as well, because we understand that you're trying your best to help your teen out and do the best thing for your teen. Collaboration. We collaborate with your teen and with you. And so think of it, it's a partnership between EmPowered STEM and you parents, and of course your teen. Confidence. We help build confidence into your teen. We help them move from self-doubt to self-belief, because we want them to be confident that when they walk into the exam hall and take the final exam, they're confident that they know the course content, they know their exam technique, they know how to answer the questions, and they've got the mindset that's going to carry them there through A levels and onto university. And of course, creativity. We're not cookie cutter at EmPowered STEM. We find novel ways to help your teen out, that they can think outside of the box, and they can find ways that they can learn in a way that makes sense to them, because we don't believe the one size fits all. So what this means, parents, is that your teen is going to get the exact support that they need at the exact time that they need it. Now, what you understand is this. When you're enrolling your teen into one of our courses in the EmPowered STEM program, you're not just giving them more hours with a tutor. What you're giving them is a roadmap, a structure, and a belief system that says, yes, you can succeed, and we'll help them prove it. So if you'd like to learn more about these subject-specific programs at EmPowered STEM, doesn't matter if it's chemistry, biology, physics, or maths, all you got to do is click the link in the description below, and you can learn more about our courses. And if you decide to move forward with one of our courses, we'd be honored to help support your teen in reaching their full academic potential.